What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw Uncut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need, representing that new media, Nation United. This is an early show, but I'm feeling good today. I feel blessed. I want to know if everyone's having a good day today. This is a wonderful Tuesday. It's my off day. And I see you, Thunder. Shout out to you, my guy, Thunder. Shout out to Nicole Powers. Thank you for tuning in, my sister. Big Spell One, my brother, he says Stephen A. mad. Boy, Stephen A. is crazy right now. He out here, he going out of his way to, there's a difference between critiquing Lonzo and dissing Lonzo. And what he's doing is out of this world. It's just crazy, man. And this is the reason why the real ones do not support Stephen A. Smith. When he goes 2 steps forward, he goes 2 steps backwards. Shout out to my homie, my day one homie, 313 JMO. Hey, 313. If you could go on this stream, I'm gonna send a link so you could join the stream if you can. Let me do some more shout out. Shout out to Thunder. He said new media represent. Make sure you share and like this video so the algorithm could go up. Shout out Darren Will Rise. He said, is he getting traded? I don't think so. It should have happened by now. Man, I thought he was going to get traded, but he did ask for $20 million a year. I don't know if that's going to scare teams off or what. No, George says, where you think Lonzo going? Hopefully to the freaking Clippers. The Clippers need here's the thing. Stephen A. Smith, and I'm going to play the clip so y'all can listen. Stephen A. Smith was saying Kyle Lowry or Lonzo Ball, they need a distributing point guard, not a combo guard. Everybody and their mama knows that. But I know why Stephen A. did that. He did that because he doesn't want Lonzo to go to a good team. If he goes to a good team, it will prove everything that Stephen A. was talking about him about wrong. And he doesn't want to be proven wrong. That's what it's all about. It's a game within a game, my brothers and sisters. It's a game within a game. Come on, Kyle Lowry, that's a combo guard. If you watch the Clippers today, what do they need the most? Distributing point guard. That's all they need. Shout out to Jonathan Brad. He said deservedly need. Oh, yeah, we giving y'all that raw content. Shout out to Gunna Boy. What's up, DJ? What's good, man? It's good to have the homies on today, man. It's good to have the troops on. Y'all hold it down for new media, man. I'm so happy and blessed to be around like-minded folks who see the vision of new media, man. We're changing the whole landscape. We are. Shout out to my brother, the legend CJ. He said Stephen A. is crazy. Yeah, he is crazy. And we got a super chat. I'm not surprised by this one because this brother always support my channel. Shout out to Without a Question for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. He says, my donation to the nation. Thank you. We are the nation, man. Yes, we are. Uh-oh. We got Hoop Jargon in the building. Hey, Hoop Jargon. I did send a link to the panel. So if you want to join, you can join. We got a link to the panel. What's good, Playboy? Aiden. ZO2, no doubt. Alex Sanko says, Stephen A. hating on Lonzo. Yeah, he is. What's good?
Hey.
Hold on real quick. Let me do this real quick. I got to make sure microphone's good. All right, this is Dominic. How you doing today, brother?
Good. You?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, something's wrong with this. But Hoop Jargon, if you see the link, man, you're more than welcome to step on the panel. So those links are for 313 and Hoop Jargon. Nicole Powers is saying, yes, it's a beautiful day in Texas. Shout out to Texas, my home state. Y'all know what it is. So I'm going to play this clip real quick. And then I'm going to give my opinion. Magic Johnson said, man, he said a mouthful, man. But before I even do that, let me read some more of these comments. 313 says, I'm just saying, when Magic going to say something. Alex says, Lonzo will be free soon. Like Roots, when I'm going to be free. Jonathan Brand says, DJ, that was me on your IG. Oh, that was you? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, I'll make sure to yeah, I see you, man. Shout out to Rave Kingdom. He says, facts, Magic was defending Lonzo against Stephen A. Strong hate. Yeah, the hate strong, man. Shout out to Mustafa. Says, apparently Melo had a successful surgery. We will talk about that today. We will examine that. And to that Buster D'Angelo Russell, since he want to be a jokester and want to make fun of people's injuries, his karma coming. You know, I'm not a karma kind of guy like that, but it's coming because you just don't do that. Uh-oh, we got 313 in the house. Let me set this up. 313. What's good, my brother?
What's good? I want to make sure you hear me all right because I got my Bluetooth.
Yeah, I can hear you
now. Switch. Yeah, man. What's good, DJ? Hashtag new media in the building. What's good?
Man, good, man. It's good to have a day one on the stream today, man. People don't realize you've been supporting what I've been doing for before I was even had a name.
No, man. I mean,
like, really
we did the little barbershop show together, man. You know, right. It's all love over here, man. I always support, man, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you something, DJ, man. No matter where you from, I respect people who know what they're talking about, no basketball. So that's why we always connected, man. And I'm always support, like. So at the end of the day, and we just happen to know about these Ball brothers, and we knew these people who special out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right on. And we got Rave Kingdom in the house. What's good, brother?
Hello, how you doing? How's everyone?
Man, we blessed, bro. We blessed.
Is my mic working? Just want to make sure.
There's some feed in the background, but I think you're just doing something. That's why. But the microphone is good.
All right, good. I think I stopped the background. It should be good. I just want to say,
Darian. Oh, sorry about that, Ray. Let me read this real quick.
Like, you're fine.
Darian just said, Bulls offered marketing for Zoe. The Pelicans, if I were them, I'll take that deal.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it gives a stretch big for Zion.
Right. That gets no better than that. But I'm gonna play the clip.
Yeah, you gonna have to take that.
if the Pelicans don't take that deal, they will never find a deal better than that.
Like put it like Zion's already gonna hate losing Lonzo, but at least you can give him marketing. You feel me? Like that. Like marketing is a very good player. He averaging like 17 a game and he can shoot. Like they definitely need that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they need Lonzo, but Griffith's stupid. So you might as well get him and try to get another guard or something. You know?
Right.
Big Spell One says the Pelicans are refusing a lot of trades for Zoe. That is funny to me. It is funny. And shout out to J&J Video for supporting the channel. She in there. Shout out to Coach Joe, the OG. Shout out to 704 Bound. He said, get them likes up. Yeah, it's weird that they're refusing a lot of trades. I thought they didn't appreciate Zoe. That's what the fans are saying.
You know what it is? They're trying to juice anything they can get from Lonzo. They're trying to they're probably going to trade him exactly at the deadline because I feel like they want anything they can get, the top pick, top player, they trying to get best of him from him because they know that Lonzo is actually worth that value, and they know they disrespected Lonzo with that contract that they offered him, and they know it.
Yeah, right on. I'm gonna play this clip real quick, and I want you guys to give your opinion. This is gonna be what Magic Johnson was talking about. So let me play it real quick.
Answer the question, point guard extraordinaire. Give it to me. Kyle Lowry or Lonzo Ball for the Clippers? Which one should they get?
Well, let's put it like this. Kyle Lowry has already done that, right? He's already been a champion, so he'll know what to do in those moments, in those situations. Now, but I will tell you this: if they don't get Lonzo Ball, the New York Knicks better jump on that.
No!
Lonzo's the real
Yes.
No!
Yes.
The New York Knicks. I thought you'd like that, Stephen A. That's your team.
I want a point guard that can shoot. He's shooting 38% from three.
No.
Let me listen to Magic. Go ahead, Magic.
Stephen A., you missing the point. Julius Randle has been dominant.
Yes.
And they got some young guys who can get up and down the court. The problem is you don't have a point guard pushing that rock to create shots for the other guys. That's what Lonzo does best. He'll speed up the game. You know what the next problem is? They don't get easy baskets. They don't get easy layups. Everything is a half-court grind. If you're going to win, especially in the playoff, you got to get easy buckets.
I agree with that, but he does
specializes in.
In the interest of full disclosure, you and I, we boys, you and I got into one argument in all the years we've known each other. And what was that argument, Magic? I said, no, don't get Lonzo, get De'Aaron Fox. You know how I feel about that. He lacks aggression. He can play, but he lacks aggression. He's not his brother. He's not LaMelo. He's just more aggressive.
That's right.
He's not there.
That's right. I'm agreeing with you. It's not LaMelo, but look what he's doing this year. He's having his best season, and he stayed healthy. The reason Lonzo Ball couldn't reach his potential, he was always hurt. But right now, he's played all season, and he's having a career season. The Knicks need a point guard who can push that basketball. Watch what happens. If they pull that trade off, they're going to be tough to beat in the playoffs.
He's also only 23.
I prefer if they got somebody like Zach LaVine, but I don't see that happening.
He's also only 23 years old. Magic, what I want to know...
I'm flying to L.A. to see him. I'm flying to L.A.
Stephen A.
We don't talk about this.
Stephen A. brings this up all the time, Magic. If you had to redo that draft, would you have taken De'Aaron Fox, who gave it to Lonzo in the tournament, or would you have stayed, given the way Lonzo has developed, was that in retrospect the right pick?
Okay, we know that if you look at their careers, Fox has played better. Okay, I give you that. No question about it. I'm not going to take that away from De'Aaron Fox. I'm a fan of his. But at the same time, we needed a leader in not only on the court, but in the locker room. If he hadn't been hurt 2 years in a row, he didn't play a full season. And that hurt Lonzo. He needed to play basketball, but he couldn't. So, at the same time, let's see what happens in the next 5 or 6 years. I really think he's on an upward tick. I think Lonzo is going to reach his potential. Yes, De'Aaron Fox has exploded. He's played great. Matter of fact, I was hoping he would make the All-Star team this year because he's played great. But I'm still a Lonzo Ball fan, and I'm going to tell you this. There's no guard in this league, point guard, whose basketball IQ is higher than Lonzo Ball.
Talk to him, Magic. Talk to him, Magic.
Magic Johnson about basketball IQ.
What's wrong with you, Stephen A?
I dare you to argue with Magic Johnson about basketball point guard IQ.
Look at Stephen A.
Go ahead.
Tripping and stuff. Listen to Stephen A.
It's one of the greatest
I can't do that. Damn it. But still, Magic, look, man. I'm not going to question the IQ. I know Lonzo is smart. I know that he's a pure point guard. My question is, when I'm questioning
Y'all
your
see Stephen A.
assertiveness, your
switching
aggression,
arguments now?
and your shot, I don't need you at Madison Square Garden. Why are you questioning your shot? He's hitting.
All right. This is what I think. And shout out to Super Team VIP for the $50 super chat to help grow the nation out. He said Lonzo isn't even close to his ceiling yet. Just watch. Dude is a great point guard with elite skills. He just needs a team, a coach to trust him and to give him the keys to the floor. That's when he will flourish. Y'all hear me echoing in the background?
No, you sound fine, man.
Is this better?
Yeah, you sound good, bro.
Okay. All right. Did y'all see when Magic Johnson complimented on Lonzo's IQ? Stephen A. Smith went around and just he just went on another tangent about scoring and stuff when Magic Johnson brought up his IQ. I've always said this. Lonzo's IQ is one of a kind.
And man, it is so funny when I used to have all these debates when he was younger and having those injuries like Magic was talking about. I'm like, Lonzo is doing things that y'all don't even realize. Like he'll walk up the court, throw the simplest, boringest looking pass to somebody, and then they'll just score it. You'll be like, well, he didn't do nothing on that play. He did 10 things on that play. I can't believe Magic Johnson said that. It's a lot of point guards in the league, man. And when the greatest point guard of all time says this man has the highest IQ, Stephen A. can't say anything. But DJ, this is just what we've been saying, man. Let that man get healthy and get an off season, and it's a wrap. And it's not over. He still got a lot of skills that he don't got, and he's gonna just continue. This dude's gonna be a star, man. And I think his teams, they was just waiting for some consistency for Lonzo. That's what Magic Johnson was talking about with him being healthy. And, his 3-point shot and him scoring a little bit. They were just waiting for some consistency. And now that he's hitting 78% of his free throws, if I'm a team, I'm salivating for Lonzo Ball. And apparently that's what the entire league has been doing. Like just like Max Kellerman said, what team doesn't Lonzo fit on in the whole league? Right. He fits on every team because he can do everything. And he can shoot the basketball. And he can pass the basketball better than almost anybody else.
The thing that gets me everywhere. 313 and also Rave Kingdom is the fact that Stephen A. will throw out an old media talking narrative about Lonzo shooting. If he would pay attention and actually observe basketball, he would know that Lonzo's shooting 39% from threes. Now, we know Lonzo's not perfect. We know there's some deficiencies on attacking sometimes, and he's getting better at that. But to say he's not shooting well, come on, man. Do you even watch basketball, Stephen A. Smith?
I'm glad that you said something.
Right.
No, I'm saying I'm glad that you said something about that because I wanted to speak on that subject because I woke up right with just crust in my eyes. This is early in the morning, and I'm just watching the first take. I'm watching first take, and I see Stephen A. Smith say that old things years ago about Lonzo. Oh, he can't shoot. Oh, he should have got De'Aaron Fox. I'm like, why are you bringing up these old narratives? I'm like, oh, here we go. The Lonzo hate again. Here it is. And the fact that you had to have Magic Johnson, Stephen A. Smith, and even Molly was agreeing, and we all don't even like Molly. Even Molly was agreeing with the fact that Lonzo is shooting and he's improving every single year. And here goes Stephen A. Smith trying to deny it the entire time because so people don't see on air that, oh, Lonzo is improving and everybody wants him. It's like, come on, man.
Right on. And shout out to the legend CJ. He says it's either CP3 or Zoe, in my opinion. Correct. Those are the 2 point guards that have the highest IQ in the NBA. If anybody is disagreeing with that, come on, man. They clearly hate.
But that's the 1 point guard that I want Zoe to be, and I think he's most like. I think he's just taller, but he's just a lot younger and not as good as a scorer. But like him and CP3, like they're the 2 point guards that are like, they really don't care. Like if you going, they will just keep passing you the ball. And like you can talk about all the rest of the passing point guards in the league, but besides those 2 guys, they don't do that as much as they do it. Because I watch CP3 all the time. We all watch him. I mean, my man can have 10 points. Like, go ahead, D-Book, score 75. I'm gonna sit here. You know, and even look at the All-Star games. Who's the point guard? It's always CP3. Who telling LeBron and KD where to go? It's CP3, the floor general. So I do want to say, Magic saying that on national TV might be one of the best things to ever happen to Lonzo's career. That might be the best thing to ever happen to his career. Because when Stephen A. came with that De'Aaron Fox, this man defended it with he defended it like no other, with nothing but cold hard facts about Lonzo's all-around game. Like,
Right
we
on.
all know he's not a better scorer than De'Aaron Fox, and he won't ever be. But you don't have to be the best scorer to be a better player or all-around player, you know.
Absolutely. Shout out to True the King. He says salute to DJ and the panel. Salute to you, my brother. Also, Tony in the Terry in the chat says, I think it was Terry in the chat says Lonzo had Kuzma looking like a French all-star when they was playing together. That's facts.
Oh, we've been saying that, DJ. We've been saying he made Kuz. Kuz look like a shell of himself now.
Well,
Kuz has gotten better, but
yeah,
Kuzma was averaging 19 points a game playing with Lonzo. Like, bro, like people thought he was that. They thought he was better than B.I. They thought he was that dude. Like, thought Kuzma was. They thought he was better than Tatum. Like, that's how good Zo had that man looking.
We got Coach Joe in the building. He says, hello, new media. Shout out to Coach Joe.
Shout out to
we
Coach
cooking
Joe.
tonight. Tonight we'll have a show. Coach Joe, you know he's gonna spit them facts like he usually does.
Man, 313. I was actually, you brought up a topic though. I mean, an idea a little bit. The fact that you said about his scoring. I know I'm gonna sound like the biggest Lonzo little hype beast, but I'm just, to my opinion, right? Because everybody has their own opinions, but I feel like Lonzo could be on De'Aaron Fox's scoring level as well if you just let Lonzo run the keys. I've seen Lonzo, when Lonzo actually had the team moving on his time, on his movements, when Lonzo was actually running the team, I've seen Lonzo get buckets, get assists, and easily can average a triple-double. That's just my opinion when I saw it. Because if you can look at the tape, when Lonzo actually ran the team, he was scoring and the team was winning. I'm just being honest with you.
No, I mean, DJ, that makes me laugh that he says that to me of all people, man. Like, I've been hyping up Lonzo too much that I had to
I agree.
back.
I agree.
Man, I used to tell DJ he was going to average 30, 10, and 10 when he get a healthy offseason. But no, I'm with you. Just like, right, I think being able to score and being a natural scorer is two different things, though. Like, De'Aaron Fox is just naturally, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, CP3 could drop 30 any given night. But, he's not a natural scorer. That's the difference. No, I think Zo could average 25 a game easily. But, De'Aaron, some players just naturally just score, like, him, B.I., D-Book.
Mm-hmm.
That's more the lines of what I was just talking about.
But 313, I agree with True the King. He said Lonzo not on Fox level on scoring. I agree on that aspect.
Oh, yeah.
I think Lonzo will score more of a green light, but I don't think he will score as much as Fox. Fox just has a knack of scoring. He's scoring like 25 something a game. I don't see Lonzo doing that. But would I be surprised if Lonzo averages 19, 10, and 7 or 10 and almost a triple double if he had the keys? I wouldn't be surprised. I think there would be a scoring boost. I tell you one thing, he won't be in the corner looking to pass with the ball. The system will be orchestrated through Lonzo. And shout out to De'Aaron Fox, by the way. He's from Houston, where I'm from, and I have nothing against De'Aaron Fox.
Me neither.
That's what I hate. I love De'Aaron Fox, but they keep trying to do this. Like, I really like that guy, bro. Like, I love watching him play. He just need to be around some better players and not Luke Walton.
True to King says Lonzo at most, in my opinion, can average 18 per game at best, which is still a lot. Yeah, I think he can average a lot of assists with that.
With that heavily. Nah, Lonzo can average over 20 easily, man. He was averaging 17 a game when Drew Holiday and all of them were out. That was last year.
I disagree.
That was last year. He was averaging 17 when Drew Holiday and was out, and they went 8-5. I remember this vividly. They went 8-5, and it was just him and B.I. Then B.I. got hurt. He beat the Pistons, and they were winning games. And he was averaging 17. Now, come on, man. He can average over 20 easily, man. He averaged 17 in February.
To your point,
come on, man.
To your point, 313. when Lonzo had that stretch, I'm not talking. This is before the bubble. That stretch where he was averaging 20 plus points per game, he did do that. I know it was
Exactly.
a short. I know it was a small sample size, but he did show the ability to do it. I can't front. But True to King has a point of the consistent level of Zoe. He could reach 18 points per game, average a double-double, almost a triple-double with a up usage rate. Because Lonzo, let's be real, he's a passer. He's a passer savant. He wants at the All-Star game, not the All-Star game, but the All-American game. Did you know that Lonzo had the record for most assists? He only had 2 points in the game, but he had 16 assists.
Man,
Jay Stroke
half
says,
of those, man.
I disagree that from Magic because others have IQ. What separates them is experience, which is what he doesn't have yet.
I mean, just because you have more experience don't mean you have more IQ. I mean, it's Magic Johnson we talking about. I don't like Magic would not say that if he don't believe it. I'm gonna tell you that.
Hey, Jay Strokes, I'm gonna send you a link, brother, so you can join the panel because he has great videos, especially when you talk about Pelicans and Lonzo. He knows his stuff. I'm gonna send it for Jay Strokes.
Oh yeah, y'all check out Jay Stroke's channel, man. I was on his channel, man. He's amazing, man. He's grinding over there, and he's making good videos. He has great information, man. He's good knowledge, man. He's a good man.
Right on. He is a good man. Big Spell 1 says Zoe can average 20 points per game on a really bad team. That is true.
Yeah, yes.
I think the team would probably be winning if Zoe scoring well. I don't know about that.
But if I'm the Knicks, I'm getting Lonzo.
Oh, boy.
Because Magic make all the points. They got the athletes. They just need a person that can give them the ball.
I really want him with Zach LaVine, though, because like I've been watching the Bulls. They need him so bad, I almost want to cry for the Bulls. Like, they just running out there like chicken with their head cut off. Zach LaVine got to create all his shots by himself.
We got the brother Jay Strokes in the building, man. Boy, we lit today. What's good, my brother?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. What's up? It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Like old times, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I see y'all up in here talking about this old first take, man. You know. Man,
we had to talk about it.
It's funny to me because, like, the other day, Shannon and Skip was talking about Zoe, and I was like, y'all don't watch the games at all. Like, they said Zoe can't play defense. I was like, what? It was so bad. You had Pell's media guys sitting there, reporters like, hold on, wait. Did they really just say he can't play D? Mm-hmm. And then you got Stephen A. Smith talking about he can't shoot. Now, if you want to say 42% from field goal, I'd be like, all right. But think about it. He at one point was like 38% field goal. He's improved, okay. But from three, he's 38.5, 39. He can shoot the three ball, which is basically what he's talking about. But he's 23 years old. He's ascending. I think it's past time for some of the narrative to stop, but I get it. Stephen A. only likes players that's going to go out there and just score relentlessly. That's what he likes. So he's going to be biased in that way.
Right. Hey, Jay Strokes. You got
don't you think he would like? Don't you think he would like winning more, Jay Strokes? Wouldn't he like winning more?
Can you hear me?
Hold on. I heard like two of y'all at the same time. So
yeah, the Wi-Fi was kind of acting up. I was telling you, Jay Strokes, that you got some fans up in this chat, man, saying post the motherfucking stats.
Hey man, post them motherfucking stats. Post them motherfucking stats. That's what we here for. Even if he don't play
on YouTube.
Even if he don't play, he gonna still get his stats posted. Bleacher Report, we coming for y'all ass this year. We want his stats.
Talk to him.
We want his stats
today. Post them
because they did not hesitate to put his numbers in the bubble. Where's my man's stats? Where the stats at?
I hate that people even compare his bubble stats. Like, I feel like Lonzo said it himself in the interview. He was like, "Man, look, I haven't even been around a basketball on that pandemic break, man. I didn't touch a basketball. I was just chilling with family, man." He said it. He's like, "I stayed in shape, like, doing push-ups, probably doing some running, but other than that, it wasn't like I touched the basketball, was out there practicing my shots." So I was like, "Man, come on, people. We can't really just be on his bubble stats." But okay.
But with Lonzo, it's always easier to go with the negative stuff. And they'll ignore what he did in March and then focus on an 8-game bubble.
Well, that you got to remember too. Like everybody is ready to bless Nikhil again. Nikhil had 37 the first time Zoe set out, and now he got 20. And they're like, "Oh, time to send Zoe. We got him." And I'm like, "All right, now watch the next game when he dropped 5, and y'all go sit there and be like, we the sample size is not the sample size." You know what I'm saying? Nikhil, he'll bounce back, no problems. Zoe don't get that same leash, but we should be used to this by now. Zoe came into the league with all that hate. Hell, he even went into the UCLA Sweet 16 game. Was it Sweet 16 against De'Aaron Fox with hate? But people, you know what the funny thing is? People talk about Fox got at Zoe, but nobody talks about how Zoe beat Fox in them earlier that year. That's always left off the table. Yet this man was mind crushed by his mama being in the hospital due to a stroke. But that always gets left out of the conversation. Oh, he mentally weak. How's that mentally weak? That's his mom. But it is what it is. Let Fox crush him. That's cool. But Zoe's still way more balanced. He's still gonna do more stuff on the court. De'Aaron Fox ain't did ish in his career yet. Same thing with Zoe. Neither one of them made an All-Star game. Neither one of them made it to the playoffs. So I don't care what his 21-9 or whatever he's averaging is. He ain't did any more than Zoe. Yet he's supposed to be all this levels of better. At least Tatum made it to the playoffs. If we're going to have that conversation. But what has Fox done other than put up numbers? They just empty calories, useless stats. They're useless.
Right on. And shout out to G-Man for life. Even though I'm a Cowboy fan, the Giants, y'all did some work, man, this offseason. I got to give y'all props. The NFC East is going to be tougher, but, we still got 4. But he said mainstream media in here right now getting their takes for tomorrow's show. The interns are out here. They got a notepad and everything. They writing everything down right now. They're like, good, but Skip can say this. Shannon can say this. Stephen A can definitely make some point.
DJ, man, it's funny, man. I don't think a lot of people realize when these teams actually be winning championships, they have more players on it like Lonzo than players like Fox.
Right.
From Kyle Lowry with the Raptors to the Road, Draymond played with the Warriors. Even Rondo last year with LeBron with the Lakers. It's players like that's winning these scores. They be looking like, and I love this, man. I'm not taking no shots, but they looking like, Dame Lillard or like Russell Westbrook. Y'all know how much I love Russ. But that's how they look, and they don't win. You know what I'm saying? So Fox can score all them points, but he's not winning anything.
Shout out Jonathan Brand. He said those relentless scorers don't win championships unless
just what I just said.
Phil Jackson. Bingo.
Exactly. Just what I just said.
Yeah. Y'all know the formula. Look at the formula to win championships. 3-and-D players, facilitators, people that know their role. That's what wins championships. Yes, you got to have a star, but Steph Curry, he broke the mold by being the best 3-point shooter of all time, and it doesn't hurt when you have KD and Clay and Draymond on the team either. Unless you stack the deck, the only way you can win a championship is not with being the ultimate scorer at times. It's being the team guy.
Having a true point guard, man.
Right.
I'm just saying, like last time my team won the championship, we had a true point guard. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm just saying, like, that's just how it works. And it's still working like that. I'm telling you, Lakers have a hard time winning without Rondo last year.
I'm a Mavs fan.
JF was good. He said, no, let's not make excuses. I don't think any of us make excuses, especially for Lonzo. You know me, I'm objective. If he doesn't do something I don't like, I'll point it out, and I may get pushback, but I say it anyway. But I'm gonna give Lonzo his props. He's improved, and no one's talking about it because they don't want to say anything good about Lonzo. Let's be honest.
Jay Schroeder, you said you're a Mavs fan. What was you saying?
Yeah, I'm a Mavs fan. So the last time we won, the only time we won is when we had Jason Kidd. We had the shell of Jason Kidd, and we won with him, Tyson Chandler, Dirk, obviously, Jason Terry. You know, undersized backcourt for that matter, and we beat the Heatles. You know what I'm saying? So there's various different ways to win a championship. Yeah, you're gonna have to have your big guns, but everybody got to be in a role and play the game the right way and play to the team's strength. You know, ultimately at the end of the day, you know, if you're not playing in your proper position, proper role, or understand the game plan and execute, you're not going to win anyway. You know, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm coming from a Mavs fan's perspective. You know, we only really got one championship, so I'm not with one of these like hailed and favored franchises like the Lakers and the Celtics and stuff. But, you know, it's a team game at the end of the day. All your pieces have to work together and understand how to execute and play the game the right way. If otherwise, it's just not going to work. Hell, and to the point, you know, because we're talking about the Warriors too. People, if y'all remember, the Warriors were not favorites to win the championship their first 2 years when they first got it together. When they made it to the finals and they beat LeBron, that second year, if you go back and look at it, Vegas betting, they had Cleveland as the overwhelming favorites to beat them. And it wasn't until they started, when they ripped off that 24 win streak, is when teams was like, whoa. When Steph actually started busting everybody tail up and down the court. But they won a chip, and they didn't get their respect to the following year. So even if you win, sometimes how you win is going to be looked at in the eye of the people, and they're not going to respect you anyway. So you just can't just win a championship. You have to win a championship and still show improve the following year too.
Boy, this stream today is legit. Shout out to Big Spell One. He said Fox UK team was more talented than those UCLA team. That's the truth. When they first played Kentucky, nobody thought that UCLA would upset them at Rupp. I sure didn't. But Lonzo came up in there like a menace and just took over. I've never seen someone, when Kentucky's good, by the way, I've never seen someone beat Kentucky at Rupp when Kentucky has a good team until that game. And nobody talks about that game because the narratives, the old media narratives, Lonzo is not this or that. It's the same thing every time.
Wasn't they losing that game too to start off with?
Yes,
like,
they was.
I think by first half, by halftime, they were losing that game, and they came back and beat them in the second half. You know, which again is testament to Lonzo Ball and his lesser talented team. Who was that? TJ Leaf looked like an all NBA level center, and where's he? You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember the other guard that played next to Lonzo. I can't even remember his name.
Alfred.
Ain't heard. Yeah.
Alfred.
Ain't heard a thing about him. You know, we just now hearing about Malik Monk, but it's because of Melo, because he damn sure wasn't doing anything prior to the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody on that team. Matter of fact, UCLA ain't been good since Lonzo left.
Nope.
Think about that.
Nope.
How much carry potential did Lonzo have to even get that team where they are? And they still have not been the same since he left.
We got Slick Madison in the building. What's good, my brother? Peace and blessings to you. Thank you for joining the show.
How you doing, my brother? So not to cut my other brother off, you know, this man is cooking right now. I just want to ask one favor of new media. Stop what you're doing for 2 seconds and give this stream a like, okay? Let's get the nation growing. Let's support these brothers in here right now.
Facts. 1
second, give the stream a like. Okay, I'm going to slip back into the back. You can keep on preaching, my brother. Brother Jay Strokes.
And also, and thank you for that, Slick Madison. Also, subscribe to Jay Strokes. Jay Strokes spitting game, man. I look at his videos. There's no way he should just have 100 subs. No way. This dude is legit,
Fact.
and I'm gonna let him cook.
Part of the reason I probably only got 11 now is because I don't ask for subs. Like I tell people, hey, subscribe at your leisure, man. I don't want to, beg people for subs. If you like me, man, you know what to do. We all grown here.
Facts.
So,
I get it.
if you like what I do, hey, just subscribe, watch the content. If not, I respect it. That means I got to get better. But don't give me a subscription that you're not going to intently participate in. Let me earn the right to your subscription. Don't just do it because, other people tell you. No disrespect to anybody with that, but I definitely want to earn your viewership. This is a thing I like to do, and I work hard to do it, but I don't want any kind of donations. I don't want just any kind of gimmies. Let me earn the right. Watch my content and then decide for yourself if I'm someone you want to listen to or not.
That's real, brother. That is real.
Mhm.
And really, Jay Strokes, this dude, he just go on a camera and spitting that real. He don't do no tags, no thumbnails. It's just off the rip. And I appreciate this brother's channel, man. We support everyone's platform. 313's channel is legit too. He talks about Detroit sports. Definitely talk about the Ball family. He talk about Lions, you name it. Good show, good live streams. Rave Kingdom has a channel. Slick Madison has a channel. Support these brothers. That's what we do in new media. We support each other and just have good conversations.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something. Not only Jay Strokes hit you with the camera, we're speaking from a person who's been subscribing on his channel since like 20 subscribers. This man will hit you with the facts in the dark.
Yep.
I can't even see him, and you just hear some voice.
The blackout video.
Stats.
Nah, but y'all remember the video when I had on the hat?
Yo, man.
Man, I seen him in a car. I think he was stuck in a car once because it was like snowing or something, man. That joint was crazy, man. He was even then, man, he was just telling the pure truth and really exposing the old media, and he was really telling the full truth about what the Pelicans need to do, what these teams need to do. And he also talks about other teams if y'all want to know. And I feel like every single person in here, everybody always wants to say, like, we Lonzo fans just wants to always praise him, man. Every single person, like, I know in this stream has always said something about Lonzo, like, okay, he need to improve on that. Or we just feel like, hey, we don't, we will always be objective on something, you know what I'm saying? Because no one's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's always trying to improve, there's, no one's perfect, man. And that's never a narrative that we're going to say like everyone's perfect, but we feel like we're just people who stand on like, hey, we see it how it is. Lonzo Ball didn't even it's his first healthy offseason, and he is approved to a 38% shooter. Like, come on, we're showing you that when he gets his chance to do things, then you can see how much he's improved. And it's his first healthy offseason. Imagine what his next healthy offseason. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait till his next healthy offseason. I can't wait.
Bro, DJ, the main thing that I'm impressed with, you talk about his healthy offseason, and I told you, because you know all the positive stuff I used to say, but what's the one thing I used to tell you? Like them free throws. I'm like, bro, you can't be shooting 50% from the line. And that was the one thing that now that he's doing that, man, I'm happy. I'm going to just let him grow. Because that was the thing that I was really concerned. I was concerned at how bad he was shooting. And when he was at UCLA, it wasn't like he was a great free throw shooter. So after he changed his form, that just showed me his hard work. I'm a real big person on hard work. I think people, I don't know, maybe you ain't worked hard in your life, so you underrated. The way that man worked under the circumstances the last 2 years, and you talking about his offseason, this was a shortened offseason. It was only a 2-month offseason. Offseason usually 5 months.
Exactly. And that's why I'm excited about the growth potential of Lonzo. I think we could see more from him. Jay Strokes, Coach Joe is a big fan of your channel, by the way. And We love your content, bro. So Jay Strokes, what do you think about trade scenarios? Do you think Lonzo will be traded, or do you think that he will stay with the Pelicans? And if he's traded, what team is a better fit?
It's funny because I actually got a video, should be finished uploading now, about this very thing.
I got it. Breaking news.
See, my thing is this: I don't know how the Pels are thinking because they got a bunch of offers on the table, and truth be told, they kind of in a messed up predicament because like if they go into the off season, they automatically know someone's gonna come out there with money and just straight. They gonna have to match. They basically gonna be at the mercy of every other team in the league because they'll challenge them. Okay, $25 million up front. You gonna pay him? You got 2 days. What's up? And they're gonna have to be like, okay, either we pay him and screw up everything else we're gonna do this off season, or we just got to let him go. So having said that, I think the Pelicans want to move on from him. The problem is finding the right situation for the Pelicans. If you're going to run BI and Zion at point, you need shooters. But the problem is you're going to give up a shooter, young, 38%, 39% three-point shooter, who is a wing defender and a secondary playmaker. Those don't grow on trees. You don't get all of that in one person 9 times out of 10. You really don't. As far as the teams, I want the UCLA backcourt. I want Chicago. The best fit is probably the Clippers, but Kawhi didn't re-sign this offseason, so there's a possibility he could bounce and leave. And then you just got Paul George, no draft picks, and then you just stuck with Zoe, Paul George, and you got to make that work. I wouldn't want that for Zoe because now you're going from a bad situation to one where you're going to have the ball, but, you ain't got much to work with. I'd rather see him with Zach LaVine, Chicago, because this league wants the big four, fall off. Big four, Kawhi, Steph, KD, LeBron. They're going to determine chips. When they start to fall off, it's going to be who has the best duo. My Mavs, they got Luka KP. They got Book Ayton. All these younger teams, Zach Collins, Trae Young, even though you're talking about trading Zach Collins, B.I. and Zion, you're going to have that duo. And backcourt duos are what's in right now. I would much rather have Zach and Zoe in the backcourt complement each other, and you build around them effectively. And you can either have Laurie, Wendell Carter, if they don't trade them, and have to go forward with that versus a situation with, say, the Clippers. Now, because Magic was talking about New York, I don't mind Lonzo in New York, but here's the other thing to keep eye on. Brian Windhorst reported that there was somebody, a superstar level player, who was going to demand a trade within the next year to the Knicks or leave their team to go to the Knicks. I don't know who that is. They whispered Devin Booker. If that happens, Lord help everybody. If not Booker, maybe Kawhi defects and leave. I don't know of anybody else who that could be. Joel Embiid if Philly decides to blow it up. Ben Simmons, I don't know. That's something to look out for. I think he would fit in New York too. But me personally, I just want the UCLA backcourt. Let's go ahead and get the light skin connection going so we can go ahead and have another, 10 years of shooting from another duo and call it a day.
I think Clippers is where I want him to be, though. And I say that because I want to see Lonzo in that playoffs so bad. I want to see what he can do in the playoffs. I've seen him in the regular season, what he can do sometimes. And, to see Lonzo in the playoffs with Kawhi and to see Lonzo battle the best of the best, it's like music to my ears. I just have to see it. I don't care if he stays on Clippers for long or not. I just have to see Lonzo play in that playoffs.
And shout out to J&J Video. She says, I think LaMelo coming into the league has a breath of new life for Lonzo's career. Both with LaMelo was balling out, and now his absence as well. It's all good because Lonzo deserves respect. Yes, he does. And I'm Lonzo needs a team that will appreciate him and his game.
I agree with Jay Strokes. Like, I don't know, man. It's like we think the same on this. Like, I was like, Clippers is the best fit, but I want him in the Bulls because I'll tell you something. He wants to be with the Bulls. The Bulls fan base want him.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls star Zach LaVine loves him. They on the same team. Everything lines up for the Bulls. Y'all just got to get the trade right. They want him there. He wants to be there, and even your star wants to play with this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm the Bulls is definitely where I want to see him because, like I told you, the Bulls are so devoid of a point guard. It's almost sad. But the Clippers are definitely the best fit just from a playoff perspective. And the Clippers, they definitely need a point guard badly.
Definitely. Hoop Jargon, you there? I hear you there.
Yes, sir, man. I'm sorry, man. You put myself on mute.
All right. It's good. We got Hoop Jargon in the building. Coach Joe says, great panel. DJ brother are making do what it do. Yes, we are, man. Shout out to Coach Joe.
Shout out to Coach Joe.
Lonzo been wanting to go to the Bulls for 2 years.
I'll tell you one thing, 3. What you said?
You go ahead. I was gonna say before the trade rumors, man. I was actually thinking like, okay, where is Lonzo gonna go if they trade him? You know what I'm saying? But I hope I'm not the only one that feels this way. I was just like, when after all this been happening with Stan and the Pelicans, I say, you know what? I don't even care who takes Lonzo. Just get him off the sinking ship. Like these Pelicans are just they're sinking. Please save him. I don't just put a raft. Just throw it out there. Just throw the raft out there and save him. He got to get off these Pelicans quick, fast, and in a hurry. I don't care what you offer whoever, just as long as he's off that team.
Well, there's a couple teams like the Hawks that I would not want him on at all. Like, at all. In any way, shape, or form. So, I would just say that.
Man, I'm going to keep it a beam, man. Listen, as the panel already discussed, the Clippers is probably the most ideal situation. But what Lonzo's going to have to do is what LaMelo does naturally. He got to take over, man. You can't keep making these perfect scenarios for him because this is an entertainment-based league. Alpha dogs on top of alpha dogs, man. So you can't keep making a cookie-cutter best situation. Now, I understand on the Pelicans, you got 2 primary ball handlers in Zion and B.I. You know what I'm saying? And it's less than ideal. I understand that. But you got to sift your way through alphas, man. And Lonzo got to just understand you got the gift, man. You can't be passive all the time, man. You got to step up. Give me the goddamn ball. You know what I'm saying? And until he get that, we always going to be trying to make these concessions for him. When we know he got the game, we all understand that. But he going to have to want it for himself as far as being assertive is concerned. So I do want to hold him to that task because he's shown this year, pre-bubble, this is what he's doing last year. Like, so this is who Lonzo Ball is going to be. He's a good fucking player. But we can't keep handling with kid gloves in year 4. You know what I'm saying?
That reminded me of something I said, a couple months back. I said we can't want him to be better than he is more than he do. He got to go out there and take it. And I think Lonzo is one of those type of guys that he likes to play the middle ground. He likes to kind of control things from the background and kind of rock the boat the right way. So I don't think he's going to be that guy. He'll be visibly frustrated, but he's not going to sit there and say, okay, look, I know I got Zion and B.I., but I'm not going to sit there and step on their toes either. I think he's way too respectful for that. The only way you're going to get that out of him is if you put him on a team with a bunch of guys that definitely ain't good, and then he has to assume that role. I don't think it's naturally in him to want to do that because he's always played with his brothers, and the way that worked is they deferred to him, and he's just basically deferred to their skill set. They played off each other seamlessly, and it just worked. They already knew how to play. They already knew what they wanted to do. There's no issues. I don't think he's going to get into a locker room and instantly just dominate because that's not him. Now, what I think will happen is a lot of guys will defer to his leadership as far as how to run the offense through him because they know they're going to get the ball. And a lot of guys, they want the ball in their hand, but they don't want to decision make. They just want to do 2 things. Let me get my numbers. Let me score. Let me put the ball in the hole. And For Lonzo, I think Zach LaVine would probably be best, but I'm also not thinking just this year. I'm thinking long term too. I would love if he could stay with Zion, but that situation obviously is going to be what it is. Otherwise, they wouldn't have drafted Kira. And now they got to sit there looking at themselves like, dang, we drafted Kira, and Lonzo actually was legit. We should have kept him. Then we just paid Steven Adams another 17 and a half. So they go any money we could have gave him. Plus we got Bledsoe, and nobody want to take his contract. So it's like they shot themselves in the foot.
They hustling backwards.
You think about it. That's $35 million into two players that don't fit this team, and you saying you got a problem paying Lonzo. And they came out yesterday and said all he wants is 20 mil. All he wants is 20 mil, but you got 35 really for this season. You got like 42 just off of Steven Adams because he's getting 29 this year. And Bledsoe, actually, I'll take that back. That's 47 million to waste time. And you can't give Zoe 20 who's actually giving you production?
Judge.
I'm just and some of the guys he's getting compared to Rubio. Rubio don't do half of the stuff that Lonzo do at Lonzo's level, and Lonzo's younger, but Rubio's getting 17.5. How is he not worth 20 million? Like, I get it if people have a problem with his assertiveness at times, that's great. But talent is talent at the end of the day. Hoopers are hoopers. When you get out on the court, you're finna get several things from Zoe. Rebounding, passing, and shooting, and defense. Show me the number of guys in the league that do all of those at least an above average level. You got to pay a premium for talent, and you're not going to get a guy or too many guys in the league that can do all the stuff that Zoe does in one body. I'm sorry. So, for me, I would love if he could stay with Zion, but it's probably not going to happen. And the Pels going to have a problem on their hand because now you got to decide, okay, did we piss off B.I. and Zion now?
Yeah. No, they will. They're going to be pissed. Oh, no, they'll be pissed.
Because if they don't start winning, like this is one of those things where, okay, if you're going to trade Zoe, then damn it, we better be winning. We better be winning. We better have winning to show for it because if not, I promise you, they will not forget. How are we supposedly the pillars of the franchise, but our voice don't mean anything to you? You traded the guy that we wanted to keep, who's a part of winning. We just seen this played out in football and basketball. You'd have traded the guys I needed. And you want to say I'm the one, I'm the face of the franchise? For real? Nah, man, get me up out of here. So
go ahead, DJ.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let after I say this, I'm gonna let you go, Slick Madison, and I'm gonna have Jay 313 give his opinion. Shout out to Dexterious Crockett for the $15 super chat to help grow the nation. Said new media rocks. Well, thank you, my brother. Thank you for supporting what we do. Everyone has a voice. You know how we roll. Shout out to TB for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. Says if it's going to be 3-month rental, I can see why the Bulls didn't want to give up the first pick. Well, the marketing trade made sense for both parties. And if I'm the Pelicans and I don't take that, you got to be an idiot to not take that trade. Straight up.
Facts. Gives them balance. Facts.
Right. So what you think, Slick Madison, what you just heard from Jay Strokes?
Yeah, so I'm gonna let people know what the Pelicans is giving up in Lonzo Ball, right? All right, let's talk about points. Lonzo Ball is the third leading scorer in the Pelicans. Assists, number 1 assist getter on the Pelicans. Rebounds, second. I think he's either first or second in rebounds in the team. Steals, number 1 in steals in the team. Block shots. This is a surprising stat right now. Block shots. He's the second he's the second highest leading person in block shots in the team. Okay, blocks per game. PER, third highest in PER on the team. So the fact that they're letting this guy, the fact that they're trading this guy, it because you got Lonzo Ball who's actually out there really putting up numbers. He's really putting up numbers. He's not just out there just running around. They want to give Kelly Oubre $20 million a year, and Kelly Oubre is averaging less points, less shooting splits. He's averaging less rebounds, and guys like Kelly Oubre can get their money, but Lonzo Ball can't get his money. He just want 20 mil. But really and truly, in any other NBA, listen, if that wasn't the ball name on his back, Lonzo began 25 mil plus. And I do believe that. He's the highest three-point shooter in the team. He's the best wing defender in the team. One could say he's the best playmaker, obviously, and he's the best defender. But you know, man, like I said, man, it's gonna piss off a lot of people, and they're gonna feel it. They're gonna feel it because you know the numbers don't lie, man. The numbers don't lie, and you know, like I said, and you know, me and Coach Joe, we were talking the other night, and it's okay. You know, I know LeVar, he's not pissed right now. He's actually happy because for him to get out of this situation, you know, it's gonna be good for Lonzo. And like I said, it's good for Lonzo. You know, when you know one man's trash is another man's treasure, and it's fine. You know, I do believe the best situation for him is the Clippers. But if he do end up on the Chicago Bulls, you know, they can utilize his skills, you know, a little more. You know, he can get a little more of, you know, scoring wise, you know, his numbers will be a little higher. But, you know, it's a tough situation, you know, and I do believe Lonzo will get his $20 million in the offseason. I do believe that because at the end of the day, a 3-and-D guy is always valuable in today's NBA, no matter what. Because when push comes to shove, what do we have going on right now? Everybody's knocking Lonzo Ball's door. Everybody wants him. Every single team is breaking their arm and necks trying to get Lonzo Ball. And I'm not just talking about any team. These are contenders that want Lonzo Ball. Non-contenders that try to keep their stars happy want Lonzo Ball.
Hey, Slick, I got a breaking news. Sham Sharania just said LaMelo Ball underwent a successful surgery.
3 or 4 weeks reevaluation.
Leaving a possibility for a return, sources say.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about it on another video.
Yeah. So I just wanted to let people know that, you know.
No, that's a blessing right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See the power of God, the power of the Most High. And the Ball family, for those who don't know or those who don't want to know, they're spiritual folks. They always pray. But I've heard about them. They incorporate God in their lives. And I'm not surprised. The Most High gave LaMelo a blessing because he's a good kid. The whole family is good. Don't let the old media brainwash y'all talking about his father this, the kids that. These are some good kids. And I'm so happy for LaMelo. Whatever decision he decides to do, it's the best for LaMelo Ball.
Amen to that.
I have a huge question for everyone, though. I ain't gonna lie. Here's the question, right? Zoe has all the cards for him right now for the offseason. And he kind of, you know what I'm saying? He kind of has the, what to say. He has the, you know what I'm saying? He has that alpha, he has the alpha talk in contracts and things. Do you see Lonzo getting LiAngelo with him on his contract talks for offseason? Anyone feel about that?
Good question.
Well, it depends what team he's on.
No. The answer is no. He got him a workout in Los Angeles, and that didn't work out. And that was when he was like year 2. You know what I'm saying? Right now, even though he's improving, Zoe would have to be an all-star, where he's going to have to garner some serious considerations in order to get that kind of pull. You know, LaMelo probably got a better chance at doing it because he's superstar LaMelo right now, you know, in everybody's eyes. So if he say, hey, look, why not? Hey, MJ, can you give my brother a shot at least? You know what I'm saying? That would make headlines. Jordan would do it because it could get that rumor going like, oh, are we finna get the Ball brothers in Charlotte? You know, and what about the LeVar? You know, that might be able to work, but no, Lonzo right now is looked at as lesser than when he first came in, and he don't have that kind of pool. The only kind of players that got that pool are your superstar level players. But he's not one of them right now.
I'm gonna go this far.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, we've seen Klay Thompson's brother
who is also the son of the great Michael Thompson, not really get a shot either. You know what I'm saying? And we talking Clay when Clay was at his apex. So, and me and Coach Joe talked about this a few months ago on DJ's stream. And it's like, yeah, the nepotism can happen, but you got to have the talent too, man. And I'm not shitting on Jello, man, because I'm a big fan of everybody in that family, man. I really am. But Jello he got to get into his old man game until he has relevance to hit it. Like, and the brother was just talking about the 3-and-D dynamic. I think Jello could be that kind of guy. But he's, again, man, guys, you're not going to see who he really is to about 23, 24. I can't stress that enough because he's just not good. He's a 3-star candidate who does not have a lot of upside as far as athleticism. That's what the NBA looks at. You know what I'm saying? And so I know we got guys like Dame Lillard, who was a 2-star guy, end up being a top draft pick. Bruce Bowen, who's a 1-star guy, gets to the next level. So we got to just keep all this stuff in its right perspective. Melo's a 5-star guy. Zoe's a 5-star guy. So that's a no-brainer that, they're going to have the opportunity. Even if they didn't get drafted as high as they would have an opportunity. Jello, he just, he has a football body. That's just facts. Like, he built like PJ Tucker, and that's who I've compared him to forever. And DJ know this back when me and DJ first got cool. He just got to wait his turn, man. And there's no shame in that because he basically is going to be in the equivalent of playing 4 years of college, having a year off or so, and then getting in the NBA. That's just his story because he's just not good enough like his older and younger brother. And I just think we got to not shame him for that, but understand it. Let me say that.
Excellent point, man. Who Dirk, we had a lot of discussions on Zoe. The one thing I want to see from him, y'all know I've been saying it on my channel, is the assertiveness. He has improved. And once he gets that in this game, it's over. And I think a good team can help with that. See, Kawhi may not be the most talkative guy. He's kind of like Zoe. He doesn't talk much. He's to himself. He minds his business. That's a match with Zoe. Ty Lue can relate to Alonzo. One thing Ty Lue does well is he listens to young players. He understands them because he was a player. That's what he does. If I'm the Clippers, I'm doing everything I can to get Lonzo on the team. Not a Kyle Lowry who's older and is a combo guy. They need a true point guard on the Clippers. But the Bulls, come on, Bulls.
Thanks.
Come on, Pelicans. You got to take that trade, man. Because if the Pelicans take a trade worse than what the Bulls did, that will tell you how bad David Griffin is. And I think David Griffin is the most overrated GM in the NBA. Got clout because of what LeBron did and Clutch did. Just keeping it real with y'all.
Man, David Griffin, bro, is a get shit done guy, and he's not, and it ain't because of him. He's the guy you bring in. He's a cleanup guy, and DJ, you all 100% on point with that, bro. He's the company guy who's gonna come in and smooth stuff over. Because you remember the New Orleans owner before then was like, we ain't trading AD for nothing. You bring in the cleanup guy, David Griffin, and all of a sudden, this blockbuster trade go down. So yeah, man, that's a very astute assertion, bro.
It's crazy. I've seen Lonzo do some improvements that everybody wanted to see, but and probably there's more improvements that people want to see. But there's one thing that I really just want to see. I want Lonzo to just one good time, just be selfish. I mean, I understand, all that teammate. I just wanted him to see it. I actually want to see him just be like, okay, let me get my bag. You know what I'm saying? I want Lonzo that one time just tell Brandon Ingram, just wave him off. I want to just see it. One good wave off. You know what I'm saying? No matter, I just got to see it one time because I've seen Lonzo be a teammate to so much, we're so respectful, it's like I get it. I totally get it. But when are you going to get your bag? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. When are you going to get yours, man? And I want to see it just one time.
Can I say this real quick?
Yeah.
Bro, personality types matter. Lonzo Ball is like a woman you marry. And here's what I mean by that. He's not going to overstep his boundaries. He's going to be solid and consistent every day. He's a marriage type of guy, right? What Lonzo Ball is not is that fine chick you see who just got it all, like bang, got the sass, got the, you know what I'm saying? She got the walk, she got everything. And that's more or less is like your Russell Westbrook type of character who going to say what she feel, when she feel, right? And it's a good thing to have that too, but it's hard to win with that type of personality type. And I'm sure you see where I'm going with this. Now, is there a balance that you can have with all that? Of course. I mean, LaMelo is probably a better example of having both. He's disciplined, but he is assertive in the same way. Lonzo is just, again, going to be the consistent. It's like the sun. I'm sorry, the moon to the sun. The moon is going to be solid and consistent, just like the sun. And that's what Lonzo is, man. And we've seen 4 years of it. He's not going to change, man. He is who he is. He's more like his mother, whereas LaMelo's more like his father. And it's just like you can't force somebody to be outside their archetype. As much as we may want it as observers or fans, that's just who he is. But I'm with you, though, bro. Like I said that a little earlier. I wish he had a little more in his bag, but I'm watching 4 years of it. It ain't happening, bro. He is who he is, man.
Yeah.
And right.
I don't know, man. I just feel like when you Lonzo is definitely how you said he is, but when you're on a team that wants him to be the guy as being the main point guard, and I'm not talking about the Clippers, mainly the Bulls, because the Clippers, they don't need Lonzo, they want Lonzo. It's a difference. The Bulls need him and want him. But I don't think he's done with improving his offensive game. But when you're on a team with Zion Williamson, with Lonzo type of personality, he's not gonna tell Zion to go in the corner while I get these shots. You know, maybe some other players would do it, but when you're on the team that he's empowered, like the UCLA, then he's gonna be able to do whatever needs to be done to win the games at the end of the day. And I think a lot of these teams see that and want him to be their starting point guard. The Clippers, I mean, why wouldn't the Clippers want Lonzo? I mean, he's a great player. He fits their team. That's just a little bit different. But some of these other teams that like the Knicks or the Bulls that actually need somebody to pair with their star, like if he's going to the Bulls and he gets traded there, the Bulls are not trading him. They're trading him there to be a second or third guy, 100%. So, and he definitely could be that, but you got to be in a different situation with his personality like his. If you tell Lonzo, we going to make you a 3-and-D dude, even though you hate that, he like, all right, you know what? I'm going to do that way too good and make you look bad just because you asked me. And I'm going to play my role. But if you had like his rookie season with the Lakers, I mean, it sucks that he was such a bad shooter. He gave him the keys and he was able to play his game. You saw Randall looking good. I feel like he got Brook Lopez a contract with Milwaukee, but he just wasn't good enough. He just wasn't good enough offensively. And that's just really what I want as a fan, to see him get that chance again to where he can run the show with his improved skills on a team that actually believes in him. And we know even that rookie season, Luke Walton tried his best to shun him. But, he had too much clout back then that he got chances to really get the keys. And when he got the keys, even with that bad shooting, was getting triple doubles. Jamal Murray tried to talk. Next thing you know, Lonzo gave him a triple double. I had to bring that up.
Exactly. No. Great. Nah, talk that shit.
Hey, add Larry Nance Jr. too. He got Larry Nance Jr. clout.
Now I just feel like if he gets the keys back, it's different. But who Jargon, you're right about the personality that they are. But when you empower a personality like that and giving them a little bit more freedom, like I need you to do more. And we're talking about the coaching staff with the Clippers. I mean, a guy like Chauncey Billups, I know him. He's gonna say, Zoe, you got to be more aggressive. We need you to do this and do that, and they might be able to draw that out of him on a veteran type of championship team. But I just want to see him get the keys back. And we thought that would happen with Drew Holiday leaving. And David Griffin and boys was like, nope, we're going to give it to B.I. now. And then we're going to give it to Zion too. And then Eric Bledsoe on the side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jonathan Brand. He says, help is built. Jello. I think
Jello, yeah.
Jello's built like PJ Tucker. Yeah, if I was Jello, I would have been having all the film on PJ Tucker and seeing what he does. And that's how you get on the team. A lot of folks want him to be Klay Thompson. He's just not Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson can shut somebody down. Klay Thompson is
Nah. Klay Thompson is
Very
to me one of
efficient,
the most
and he's
underrated
taller.
players ever.
Facts.
Like the dude
he's a
can
beast.
drop 40 at any given moment, and because he's not a dribbler, they're like, well, you just a shooter. My dude could drop 70 if he wanted to. Like Klay Thompson is one of the most underrated players ever, and the most underrated player of that whole dynasty. That's just my opinion.
And
Hey,
3-1.
I say this, DJ.
Yeah.
Man, so I'm a guy. I actually played against PJ Tucker, held him personally. I played against University of Texas my junior year in college. He lost by 71. They had LaMarcus Aldridge and PJ Tucker and Boobie Gibson, 3 NBA players on that team. I've held PJ Tucker before. There's nothing great about him. Nothing. But what PJ Tucker is, he learned to recalibrate who he was. Because at the time, PJ was trying to be like, he's in between guy. He's like 6'4", 6'5", got a wide frame. And they were trying to make him like a small forward, like who could, potentially score off the dribble. And I'm not going to lie, I've held a lot of NBA players in my life. That was the easiest NBA player I've held in my life. By far. But what he did was reinventing himself. Because if you remember, he got drafted to the Toronto Raptors on the second round, didn't really get burned, went overseas and came back knowing his purpose. I'm a 3-and-D guy, and that's it. And that's why he's a valuable asset. And the Phoenix Suns brought him back, and then the Rockets picked him up, and that's when people kind of got, onto what he was in his latest iteration of himself. But my point is, Jello has time just like that. PJ Tucker was not a finished product straight out of UT and a successful UT program. So we just can't, we can't lose scope and judge him on Lonzo and LaMelo's projection when he's more of a slow burn guy. And like DJ was saying, if I'm him, I'm watching what PJ Tucker is, because he could potentially be that and shoot a damn lot better. You know what I mean? And so I think we need to keep scope of that as we evaluate.
Big Spell One says Jello just needs to play.
Yeah, I don't think most people realize Jello a 4-year college player, even if none of that stuff happened.
Facts.
They don't realize that.
He went there.
It's the truth.
Facts.
It's nothing wrong with that, man. Like we talk about Dame Lillard. I mean, he spent college. He was in college for forever. So was Tim Duncan. But I'm not saying Jello's that. But Jello just has a lot of development that he needs. That's why he needs to go overseas. Like, what did PJ Tucker? You got to go get some basketball in. That's his problem. They ain't seen you play, bro. You got to get some basketball in.
Boy, I told people that the worst thing Jello did was sit around while he could have been playing basketball while he's healthy now. He needs to just play basketball all the way through. And Big Spell One said Jello just needs to play basketball on somebody's team. I don't care what league. I'm at a point. I don't care if it's in Zimbabwe or something. Just go out there and get some hoops in.
Same Zimbabwe.
I don't care if it's Djibouti,
go play
Zimbabwe,
go play for
Ghana.
that Lion team, that London Lion. Man, that team want them so bad. You should have been playing for them boys, bro.
That's real shit, though. I mean, think about LaMelo in Lithuania. Everybody said that's a bullshit league, right? Which it is. The LKL is not a respectable league. But he got pro experience at 16. You're getting reps, and it turned out to be excellent once he went to Spire. I mean, come on now. Everybody said Rocket Watts was better than him. Come on now. Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pro experience is pro experience. And to the panel, I think everybody's on point with that notion. Like, you just gotta get reps, man. You gotta get up and down the court, man. That's all it is, man. And then muscle memory kicks in. Your brothers are gonna help you, and your pro DNA is gonna kick in. He's just gonna be a little later, and he just gotta play, man. He just gotta play.
And I think people forget the Ball Brothers has a name that it don't matter what team they go on. It could be the worst team in the world. Just their name itself is going to make them be on the map. You know what I'm saying? Their name itself. If Jello gets signed by a team, they're going to try to put some type of camera on it just for the fact that, Jello's ball on the court. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with LaMelo or that goes with Lonzo. You know what I'm saying? Wherever they go, they're going to be cameras. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The spotlight's on them. And the NBL, it was a top 10 league, but it wasn't top 3 or top 5. But the camera was always around LaMelo, and scouts were able to see him out. Just like Jello, the scouts will be able to see Jello, and everybody will want to see him just play. They don't care what league. The fans of his have personally told me, like, hey, I just want to see Jello play somewhere. I want him to just get some run in and just get established. That's all he has to do is keep playing, and a team will call.
Team may call,
He got to do his
but
thing, though. He got to put in work. But if he doesn't, what did you say, Jay Strokes?
a team could call him, but ultimately he got to want it for himself.
Right.
And quite frankly, there's still a whole lot of stigma with Jello because he's still a very prominent figure, between his dad and his brothers, yada, yada, yada. So there's a certain level of expectation that comes with that. But he got to also eat his own pride and be like, look, this is what I got to do if I want to get it in. You know what I'm saying? Is he willing to do that? Who knows? But he has some time to shine, and people just didn't like it. And if, like I said, if he wants to get it in, he gonna have to go to like the European League or the China League and just straight up just hoop. And by that time, when he's established, you got Lonzo and Melo who maybe got a little bit more pull at that point, and they can get him back on the team. But he's not just gonna get in just because of the ball name. No, they not gonna look at him like that. Unfortunately for Jello, he was dealt the lesser hand. So he got to go out there and work way harder than his brothers just to get where they got. And even then, it's not going to be handed to him because they don't want him to succeed. Whatever you think they doing to Zoe and Melo, it's going to be a whole lot worse for Jello because he's the brother with no talent in their eyes.
And bro, it's no shame in that. Like Jimmer Fredette has done that. Gerald Green done that.
Right.
Top 8 draft pick has done that. And I said PJ Tucker already. I know I'm missing one more. I think, J.R. Smith went during the lockout, so I guess you can't really say he had to do it. But there's no shame in going overseas, rebranding your resume, and getting right back up, getting back to business, bro. Nothing wrong with that, man.
A lot of guys do that. But again, it takes a different kind of mindset. First of all, you got to realize I'm not who I think I am. And a lot of people, that pride will get in the way. If you're not willing to say, look, I got to go and redo this over again and start back from the basics, you're not going to get where you want to go. It is what it is. Just because you got a degree don't mean you're going to get a multi-million-dollar job. You know what I'm saying? You got to work. Sometimes you got to create your own lane. Like LeVar said, he made his own lane. He made his own path. And like you said, each of the boys are going to get into the league a certain way, a different way. But they all going to get there. You know what I'm saying? But does Jello want it? Again, we can't. This is back to the Lonzo thing. We can't want this more than he does. He can sit there and want to be the league so bad, but if they're not going to let him in, they're not going to let him in. So, bro, you going to go play overseas? Fine. Maybe you can't get into the China League, the CBL and the Euro League. Maybe you need to start off in Lithuania and get recognized by another league and work your way up. Maybe you got, like how I work in 2K, my career mode or whatever. Maybe you got to start working your way up and get noticed. Maybe that's his path. But if that's his path, that's his path. He got to accept it.
Facts.
Jay Strokes,
you
man.
can't be mad.
You're hitting the nail, James Strokes. Can you believe there was a lot of people telling me that, Jello doesn't want to go overseas. Well, he doesn't have that luxury. He can't think like he's like his brothers. That's just not the right type of thinking. And Slick Madison, what do you think about Jello's process, what he needs to do?
Pretty much like what all the brothers are saying here right now. Is Jello got to put in the work, man. He got to build up the body of work, But I just want to also remind everyone, Jello do have the resume, in terms of a high school resume. He was the leading scorer in high school for the nation, for the state, California. And I do believe if the situation that happened in China, if that didn't happen, Jello would have been in the league today. We all can probably agree to that. But like my brother, Hoop Jargon said, right now he's just being dealt the lesser hand, man. And he gotta go out there, he gotta just not sit around, he gotta put in the body of work, he gotta work extra hard, to even have a sniff at making it to the NBA. And you know, on the earlier stream, someone said that really and truly, you know, even with Jello going to overseas, like let's be realistic here. Let's just be realistic. Because you know they had guys with higher caliber players than LiAngelo Ball that went overseas and still couldn't even get a freaking contract, you know, from the NBA. So let's just be realistic. That you know, the only path that Jello Ball really have to make it into the NBA is if, you know, sadly LaMelo is a superstar and perennial All-Star and even a probably MVP candidate, and the team is bending over backwards to sign him back. That really is, you know, the only last path of Jello making it to the league, unless his body of work is so outstanding and it has grown exponentially that the league is watching and say, you know what, man, like, you know, Jello, like he's putting in that work, man. You know, we need to at least give him a chance again. You know, but sometimes, you know, there's a saying: if you don't have it, you don't have it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But if you do, you do. So me personally, I don't think him going overseas and, you know, even if he balls out overseas, because look at Lance Stevenson. Lance Stevenson went to China. He went to the Shanghai Sharks, right? Shanghai Sharks. He was averaging what, 30 points, 40 points, dropping 60-point games and stuff. And where is he now? He's in the G League. I don't even think he made it to the G League. I think they cut him from the G League bubble. If I'm not mistaken, he got cut from the G League bubble. So with that being said, what does Jello need to do overseas to even have a call from the league, to even have a sniff at, you know, at making it to the NBA? What does he have to do? And who for say Jello goes overseas and he's not getting the minutes? You know, so it's a lot of variables. You know, with the path of going overseas for Jello Ball. But me personally, I think the only way LiAngelo Ball have a path to the league is through his brother LaMelo, not Lonzo, because I don't see Lonzo. You know, I see Lonzo maybe one day being a perennial All-Star, because the numbers he's putting up right now, you know, if you look at the PR stats, if you look at the 36-minute stats, you know, I mean, if Steve Nash can get MVP, it's 16, 8-8 or 69-9. I mean, if LaMelo Ball goes to the Bulls and put up Lonzo goes to the Bulls and put up 27-7, he's an All-Star. But really and truly, the only way Jello comes to the league really is through LaMelo, and that's just my opinion. Now, not to stray away from anybody else's opinion. And this is why I see, you know, LaMelo knows this. I think his little brother knows this. This is why he takes the game, you know, he takes it on a little more aggressive. He has a little more sense of urgency than Lonzo, because Lonzo knows that, okay, maybe I might not be that guy to get my middle brother into the league, but my little brother, he will be that guy. Because if Lonzo was the last option, the last straw to get his brother into the league, you would see Lonzo having a higher sense of urgency. This is why LaMelo, when you see the way he plays, he's not just doing it for himself. LaMelo has more pressure on him because he knows he got to bust his ass. Because you see, this is the Ball legacy. This is the Ball family, and the goal, you know, is for all three boys to one day play on the same team. This is LeVar's lifelong dream and goal. So with that being said, LaMelo knows this, and this is why you see LaMelo. He's out here busting his ass. He's aggressive, and if LaMelo missed 4 shots, he's gonna make the next 6. This is his mentality. Just go, just keep going, don't stop, because he knows he have more of a, you know, a responsibility to fill. And this is why you can see, like, Lonzo, he's looking at his little brother, and he's like, damn, you know, my little brother's really like going in, man. You know, I have to, you know, step up my game a little bit. And it's like a snowball effect between the two brothers, because I do believe that one day, you know, it will come a point where when LaMelo becomes a superstar, not if, but when LaMelo becomes a superstar, he will have that pull, like Hoop Jargon said. And, you know, they will give the middle brother a chance. I mean, come on, if Thanasis is in the freaking league, ain't no way Jello Ball is not in the league. And I still stand by this day saying that if Jello Ball gets in a team with his brothers and plays starter minutes, he will break Klay Thompson's 3-point record. You could call me crazy. I don't care what nobody say. I do believe that, because he's a gifted scorer. He can shoot that damn basketball. There's people in the league that's getting paid millions of dollars just to put a ball in the freaking net. Look at Luke Kennard last night. If you can shoot that damn basketball, you have a spot in the NBA's roster. He's not a scrub.
The problem though is, and this is the one thing that's gonna fuck with them for the rest of their career. You could take LeVar with Lonzo and Melo. Are you gonna take that with Jello though?
But it
Because
depends. Is the package deal? Is it a package deal with all?
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Zoe can play, so you can stomach LeVar. LaMelo definitely can play, so you can stomach LeVar. Jello, they'll easily cut Jello at a break of a dime.
Yep.
Because he don't have what Zoe and Melo have. So he can't, his path is way different. You can't just get him on any team unprotected. Because all they're gonna do, oh, your dad say something, out of here. He's not, in a sense, I'm gonna use this word, he's damaged goods to everybody else in the league. You're the worst of them. You don't even deserve to have a seat at the table. But if we get you here, it's because we're doing them a favor. But let your father say something I don't like.
Well, bro, let me give you a little pushback, bro. This is an entertainment-based league, meaning, do you have the talent? Yes or no? Because if LeVar was that much of a provocateur of negativity, you know who wouldn't be drafted as high? LaMelo Ball. If he, because there's a lot of question marks about LaMelo. Because again, he didn't go the conventional route. I mean, us who watched the family like that, we know he was talented like that. And I literally got a YouTube video from 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, when he went to Lithuania, and I was saying how good he was at 16. But I watched him. Us on this panel, we watched him. Most people, and we talked about this on this channel as well, man, they're looking on other people's notes. They're not really observing like that. They thought the JBA was a joke, you know what I'm saying, as far as him putting them numbers up. So we got to keep all that in its proper perspective. So LeVar isn't the caveat as far as you drafting talent that's going to bring you money or going to bring you success, right? So we can't just say, is he worth it because of LeVar? Is he worth it? Can he play? That's the main caveat, because we've seen 2 out of 3 of LeVar's kids get drafted in the top 3 picks. That's nothing. We can't understate this, because that's teams investing a lot in an asset, which his kids are, to make them millions upon millions of dollars. So it ain't LeVar, man. It's just like, can the kid play? And as the climate, you know, or as the athletic climate deems right now, he's just not ready yet. So I don't want us to get lost in the LeVar aspect, and it's just the fact that they don't think he can play at that level yet, man.
Yo, hoop jargon. Let me put this out there, because I see some people in the comments. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Ant Learn. Shout out to.
I want to respond to Big Spell when you're done.
Yeah. I'll let you respond, brother.
Yeah.
Shout out to My Park Bots. Shout out to Big Spell 1. Now I see some people saying that. Shout out to Jarvis Jackson. I see a lot of people saying, well, LaMelo doesn't have pressure because Lonzo dealt with all the pressure. Come on, quit the cap. LaMelo has been pressured ever since he started playing basketball.
Facts.
He had pressure in Chino Hills. He dealt with pressure in Lithuania. He had media pundits telling him that he would make the NBA and that LeVar ruined his career. I don't think anything with, I don't think Zoe has anything to do with him lessening the pressure. And I also don't agree that Zoe had the most difficult. It's apples and oranges. They all dealt with something personal or what's around them. They're all right now performing in their own way. Now LaMelo, he's box office. Let's keep it real now. LaMelo is doing the damn thing, and he's putting butts in seats, and he's on fire right now. But LaMelo is a dog. He would have been a dog if he was drafted first or not. Uncle Vern said, I agree. Thank you, brother. But I think LaMelo, no matter what scenario he was in, he was always going to be LaMelo. And don't tell me that the Hornets situation is easier because he's not getting the keys for the Hornets. But yeah, Slim, I'll let you go.
Facts.
That's
Hey,
facts
hold on. Before Slim, you go, I got a quick comment, and I don't want to dominate. Y'all got to get out this bullshit talking about more pressure. Y'all got to understand, on this level, all this shit is pressure.
Facts.
A dude
Everybody
come
got
in
their own
playing
pressure, man.
5 minutes, that shit is pressure. Because if you don't go perform, guess what? You're going to get cut. Guess what? You get 0 minutes next game. So all this shit is pressure. And we talking Division I level, D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO. All this shit is pressure when you are on the floor. So y'all got to cut this shit out. And it shows y'all probably ain't play like that. Because it's always you've been evaluated by a coach, assistant coach, fans, parents, all this shit. It's all pressure. AAU, pressure. So I want to put this all in context. Like, y'all got to cut this shit out, man. Jared Dudley, when he get in, he feels pressure. Y'all gotta cut that shit out, man.
They just need to cut out this Lonzo LaMelo thing and let these brothers be great. Like
Right.
I just like y'all at like 10 years from now, y'all still gonna be trying to compare these guys. Y'all just need to let these brothers be what they are. They're two different types of basketball players. And Lonzo's a true point guard. LaMelo is a scoring point guard that can do it all. It's just like let them be what they are and just keep it going. Like, you know, like I just don't like how they always trying to compare. Like, who had the most pressure? Like, I've never even thought about that. Like, what?
Like, thank you. Like, why are we having an argument on who has the most pressure? Like what? That's like asking, yo, who had the worst injury? Ooh, wow. Like, what? Are we really getting excited over this? Are we really getting excited over this, man? Look, I don't like, yo. As fans, it's sad though. As fans, because we have to watch these young 19, 18 Lonzo, LaMelo, young as all get out, kids, don't even have any facial hair, come into the league, and you got Patrick Beverly breathing all over Lonzo's elbow cap. Like, what are you doing? Get your little 35-year-old breath off of Lonzo's arm. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's not even that
They
serious,
did
bro.
the same
Like,
thing to
come
LaMelo his first
on, man.
game.
Like, LaMelo too, man. Like, and then y'all want to scare him. Oh, because LaMelo scored 92 points. Oh, that's because he cherry picked. Like, stop it, boy. That man pulled up at the half court and looked at the opposite team. LaMelo was ready to be a star, man. Y'all just trying to throw something at him, man. This pressure, like, who has the most pressure? Like, really? Come on, man.
True, man. True. And I promise the brother Slick Madison to give the word. We're gonna be in here for 10 more minutes because I gotta run some errands. But this show, we gotta do this more often. What y'all think, man? The morning show.
If I'm available, man, you know my timeline different from your
Right.
DJ, but if I'm available, man, I definitely enjoy it, man.
I saw the open invite, so I was like, all right, let me jump in.
Right on. But Slick, man, we'll let you finish this thing out, my brother.
Yeah, my brother. I just want to respond to my brother. I can't even find the comment right now, but he was saying that you know, Lonzo wasn't. And like I said, I don't like to do the comparison thing between the two brothers, man. Let the brothers just hoop, you know. But he was saying that Lonzo's not playing better because of LaMelo. I'm gonna tell you something right now, my brother. I've watched every dribble of every Pelicans games, every dribble of every Hornets game. Every night, I'm looking at the stats, I'm looking at the numbers of Lonzo ball and LaMelo ball. And I'll tell you one thing. When LaMelo scoring goes up, Lonzo scoring goes up, okay? I've seen it. If LaMelo dropped 27 on the Bucks, Lonzo's going to drop 27 on the Bucks. He's going to play better, you know, because he knows that. You see, it's not that he knows anything. It's the fact that the media, this toxic media, you know, always have. If LaMelo have a good game, the first thing they're gonna do is like, okay, I wish Lonzo ball was this good, or I wish Lonzo was doing this. So it's like it's sad that the big brother, he has to like try to keep a certain level of game up, just so that to not get scrutinized because of his little brother's level of gameplay. Because I've seen, you know, the scoring rise of Lonzo due to LaMelo's scoring rise. Before LaMelo went to the starting lineup, right? I think he was averaging 12 points. Alonzo was around 11 points. And I swear to God, when LaMelo went in that scoring run, right? I looked at the box score. Lonzo is already averaging 15 points a game. LaMelo's averaging 16 points a game. What does that tell you? I mean, one could say that, Lonzo probably just got hot in the middle of the season. But I'm just saying, these brothers, I mean, listen, it doesn't have to be between brothers, but it's good old sibling rivalry. And they said it. They said it before coming into the league. There will be some sort of sibling rivalry. And LeVar said it. He said these brothers will inspire each other to play better. It's not about Lonzo looking to LaMelo to see what LaMelo is doing and try to be better than him or vice versa. But this is what brothers do. Even if you're not blood brothers. I remember one video I saw LeBron said that in the MVP season, I think Kobe's MVP season, he was trying to get the MVP from Kobe, and he would every night he comes home from the game, he would look at the box score to see how many points Kobe had, and Kobe would look at the box score to see how many points LeBron had. It's just healthy sibling rivalry, and nothing is wrong with that. If they push each other to get better, what is the problem? We're not saying that we're trying to compare the two. I don't participate in that bullshit, man. Leave that stuff for ESPN and Undisputed. We don't do that here in New Media. I'm just telling you.
Are you preaching?
So I want to say one thing. We saw Lonzo playing like this before LaMelo got into the NBA.
That is true.
So that's why I struggle with the he's playing well because of his brother. And in the beginning of the season, he was injured, and then he got healthy and started playing well. So I'm just like, we seen him play at least how he's playing now. He was playing before the bubble. He's playing the same way, obviously shooting better from the free throw line. So I don't know.
He came into the season. You got to understand what he came into the season with, though. He came into the season with the injury. He came into the season with a team that was looking at him as the sole reason why they got kicked out of the bubble. So he was coming into the season with his own mental thinking of what this team thinks about him. So this is why the beginning of the season, I didn't expect Lonzo Ball to be on fire. You understand me? This season is more like a redemption season for Lonzo, because everybody was blaming Lonzo for them getting out in the bubble. And whatever happened in the bubble, I'm going to leave it as that. But when LaMelo got into the starting lineup, I just saw Lonzo's game picked up. I'm not saying maybe it's because of LaMelo, but I just saw his game picked up.
I just don't think it was because of LaMelo. That's all. I think his game picked up because he finally embraced his role and started, flourishing in his role. My brother, he had to get used to his role early on in the season, man. The Pelicans put him inside of a box, and he had to get used to that box, and he adapted.
When you hold the ball and you're looking in your phone every single second, and you see people slandering you every time your brother drops 27 points or 25 points.
But he doesn't even look at that stuff, though.
I think he does. Look what he told me.
He said it himself, and his teammates have said it. He don't look at none of that stuff. I don't think those two things are correlated. Like I said, he was doing this before LaMelo got into the NBA.
Yeah, he did. It was a stretch.
So I don't think it correlated. And he really had that knee injury, same injury that he had last year when he was with the Pelicans. And the moment he came back, he started shooting better. And then he got his finger hurt, and then that's why shooting went from 40% to 38%. Because ever since he injured his finger, his shooting has been inconsistent. That's what's been happening the last 10 games.
And I'll end by saying this. It's good to see both brothers doing something.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, the Ball family is winning. Even with this injury situation with LaMelo had a successful surgery, could come back earlier. This family keeps getting blessed. But the shines and the haters, they're too oblivious to even understand it. That's okay, though. At the end of the day, they're doing well. They put out a great product, and they're fun to watch. And that's a blessing in itself. Shout out to J&J Video. She said exactly 6G. If you don't think that the Ball brothers like competing with each other other than just go take the backyard footage. Yeah, it's all about competition.
Listen, man, I've watched a lot of Ball content over the past years, and let me tell you something. That Lonzo LaMelo sibling rivalry is real, man. Okay, this is all you see on social media, and it's healthy sibling rivalry. And I just believe that, it's good for the brothers.
Yeah, it's healthy sibling. Siblings do this all the time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, of course, there's nice. With Lonzo's like, okay, I got to do my thing. It's nothing bad at all about it.
Scored 0 points in the game and was clowning Lonzo Alonzo was telling him the same thing, I guess, when he scored that 0 points in the beginning of the season.
Oh no, he was on his. He was saying
exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's a difference between regular sibling rivalry because it's a lot of siblings in the NBA.
Yeah.
And like Lonzo's injury, the context, all the work he put in the off season, he would be playing like this regardless of LaMelo was in the league or not. That's what I'm saying because he was doing it last year. That's all I'm saying.
313. Let me read this last question before we all go. Ant Learn says, "Do y'all want to come back, or do y'all want him to come back early?" Meaning LaMelo, being the way that they treated him and haven't given him the keys. Man, I'm not coming back unless I know I'm getting the full keys to the team, and I'm not held back. Because why would you come back and you're being held back?
Man, I want him to come back. My opinion, I want him to come back so D'Angelo Russell can eat it. Disrespectful. I want D'Angelo Russell to eat it. I want him. Ooh, if LaMelo come back, he get Rookie of the Year. I want D'Angelo Russell just. Ooh. That's all right. Let me stop. Let me stop before I get too excited.
I hear this.
Yeah, if he's fully healthy, and it's not a delay, and it's not gonna mess up anything. Yeah. Some people said nope. Tell Melo just to bulk up over the season. That's what some people are saying. It just depends on scenarios.
If he's 100% healthy, you should play. Like, honestly. Like, if his wrist's 100% fine, I don't care about none of the other stuff. You healthy, play. That's just how I am. But other than that, man, I just want him to be 100%. He got to be 110% healthy. I'm not risking LaMelo risk at all for nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be minimum 200 pounds next season, man. Minimum.
I'm more interested on the off season and the weight training than anything.
JJ gonna get him right though.
Yeah, he is. Shout out to J&J Video. She said excellent panel, excellent stream. Make sure to check out my brother Jay Strokes video. And brothers, y'all did a good job, man. Let's do this more often if you can.
Thank you.
And Jay Strokes, I told everybody to go to your YouTube channel for your video. I know you're about to drop some. You there? Jay
Strokes? Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I ended up getting booted and brought back in, but okay, I got you. I appreciate that. I think I got like a couple of subscribers while we were doing this, so anybody that's subscribed, I appreciate you.
Y'all heard the man. Make sure to check out his videos, like, share all of his content. This brother Jay Strokes speaks the truth. We got a lot of truth tellers in this panel, man. That's why I like what we do. Everybody has a different voice. There's times when we don't agree, or times we do agree, but it's all about knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Let me add a little caveat real quick. If you do listen to my videos, make sure you ain't got no kids around. You got earphones, because I do a whole lot of cussing and saying other stuff. So I'm just saying,
I like your video.
Don't be sitting there in the Wendy's drive-thru finna order your 4 for 4, because you might hear me say "bitch" and so don't do that. I'm just keeping it 100. Headphones and all that.
Shout out to New Media, man.
Yeah, shout out to New Media. Down to Brain, you're right. Truth tellers in the comments, man. The comment section, man. I may not read everything because we got a lot of people in here, but keep posting comments anyway. Because it's not just interacting with us; it's interacting with the people in the comments.
Shout out. I was gonna say, I know DJ is also trying to say what's up to us in our channels and stuff, but y'all check out all the new people that's watching DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, man. He's telling the truth, man. And I'm telling you, he is real truth and he's respectful. And I think he's a great analyst out here, man. And I can't say that enough. That this man DJ is true to his words, man. Y'all should check him out every day.
Real dude. And that's real for that, man, because I always preach, man, everybody can have the seat at the big table. Matter of fact, we could create our own seat at the big table and not rely on anybody else. And like I said, I'm not the only voice in sports. There's a lot of good brothers and sisters who know what they're talking about, and it's a blessing. Shout out to Big Spell One. Said, great show. Thank you for supporting the channel, my brother. Shout out to Shanika Ryan. She said, DJ's Raw and Cut Truth panel is fire. New media. Amen. Shout out to J&J Video. New media family real. This is a family. And shout out to Uncle Vern, new media in the motherfucking house. Will do. Peace out. Stay blessed.
Peace out, guys.
We will have a show tonight.
Everybody come to that barbecue tonight, man.
Oh, yeah. Get your plates ready. Get your plates ready. And just for that, Uncle Vern, we're going to play your song, man. We're going to play your song.
Let me tell you something. Back in my day, let me show you.